Hi everybody, it's Dave with Troop 712. We're here with our inaugural video as we do our social distancing right now. And the PLC has decided that we're going to work on some merit badges remotely. So the way it's going to work is I'll post up videos with segments that cover requirements going down the list. In most cases, you will need to have a pad of paper or a way to take some kind of notes to answer the questions that are coming out to you, because ultimately those will need to be turned in so that we can tell that you actually did something. This is not a case where just spending the time watching the video will give you any credit to earn the merit badge. So there is going to be some legwork on your side, just like anything else in life. Anything worth doing is worth doing right. So we're going to make sure that you're all writing stuff down. So the initial one that we're going to start off with is public health. Very fitting for the times that we have right now. So with no further ado, I'm going to get into the first requirement. There's 3 parts to it, so you'll need to be paying attention. As always though, this is a video, so you can pause it, rewind, play it again to get all of these specific things that I'm mentioning here. So requirement 1A actually. Explain what public health is, and explain how E. coli, tetanus, HIV and AIDS, malaria, salmonella, and Lyme disease are contracted. So real quick, just to kind of do a brief introduction here. Public health, as defined, because we're going to go to the experts on this, if my computer would cooperate. There we go. Public health promotes and protects the health of people and the communities where they live, learn, work, and play. From conducting scientific research to educating about health, people in the field of public health work to assure the conditions in which people can be healthy. That can mean vaccinating children and adults to prevent the spread of disease, or educating people about the risks of alcohol and tobacco. Public health sets safety standards to protect workers and develops school nutrition programs to ensure kids have access to healthy foods. Public health works to track disease outbreaks, prevent injuries, and shed light on why some of us are more likely to suffer from poor health than others. The many facets of public health include speaking out for laws that promote smoke-free indoor air and seatbelts, spreading the word about ways to stay healthy, and giving science-based solutions to problems. So that's a brief introduction on what public health is. You've probably heard a lot about it in the media and everything recently. And so you'll need to write a brief summary on that, or do your own research if you want, to explain what public health is, and then explaining how E. coli, tetanus, HIV, AIDS, malaria, salmonella, and Lyme disease are contracted. That means, how do you end up getting the disease, or the virus or the bacteria or whatever it happens to be. So that's what contracted means. So that's a vocab word for the day. Next, 1B. Choose any four of the following diseases or conditions and explain how each one is contracted. Okay, contracted, which we just went over, means how do you get it, and possibly prevented. Okay, so how do you get it? What can you do to not get it? What's the best way to protect yourself? Okay, so here are your options, of which you are choosing how many? 4 total. Gonorrhea, West Nile virus, Zika, botulism, influenza, syphilis, hepatitis, emphysema, meningitis, herpes, or lead poisoning. Okay, I'm not going to repeat those. You can just go ahead and hit rewind to listen to that list of options again. So you're going to pick 4 of those. How do you get it? How do you keep from getting it? What's the prevention? Okay, and then for each of the disease or condition in requirement 1B, explain the following. So of those other ones, the 4 that you pick, explain the following. The type or form of the malady. Okay, is it viral, bacterial, environmental? Is it a toxin that gets it, into your body somehow? Any possible vectors for transmission. So what are the different ways that you can get it or transmit it to somebody else? Ways to help prevent exposure or the spread of infection. So how do you keep it in a small area? How do you keep it from spreading? Kind of like what we're dealing with right now. What are some options? Now the catch-all, stay away from everybody is generally a good one. That'll keep you from getting most things. But there are some specific answers to certain ones that go beyond just stay away from other people. So make sure you're doing your homework on that one. You can't just choose stay away from everyone as your option. And then the last one is the available treatments. So what options do you have if you do end up with the virus, the bacteria? Is it environmental poison? Is it something toxic that you ingest somehow? So available treatments of the ones that you choose. So there's 4 little subparts to that one. So with that, that's going to wrap up this one. This is kind of a test to see how this works. Feel free to comment if you have questions, and I'll answer those right away. If you have even more, different concerns or want to send an email, you guys all have my email address. You can send a text if you want. Either way, I'm available. All right, well, good luck. Let's see how this all works out, and we'll take some feedback and see what we need to do for next time. Have a good one. Good night.